I owe you guys a little bit of an early show, right? I'm late all the time. How about we switch things up a little bit today? Hello. How are you guys all doing today? I see a lot of familiar faces. Man, I have to admit, I love Mondays now. I mean, how could you guys have done this for me? How could I be the guy that likes Mondays? It's these dang AMAs. I realized YouTube, you cannot cuss in the first 30 seconds. So now that we have it figured out, we're good to go. We're good to go. So let me say hi to everybody, and then we'll do the intro. Then we'll talk a little bit about Bloomberg, and then we're going to have a dang good AMA today. What's up, Kaizen? What's up, Jake? What's up, Podtuko? Phony said AMA pre-show. Of course. One Trippy Planet. What's up, man? What's up, Hakan? Moonboy? What's up? Braveheart Stake Pool, as always. Celtics. What's up, man? What's up? So, as Hakan just said, you guys have to hit that like button. This AMA, it has to be a banger today. And the only way this AMA can be a banger today is if you click that like button and you come with some damn good questions, right? So that's the strategy for today. You click the like button, and then we're going to go into this article, and we're going to have a great time. A great time. So happy. Tommy, what's up, man? Okay, so if you guys want to support this channel, the best way you can do so is by delegating to my stake pool, Bloom. We have Bloom through Bloom 6. Bloom actually minted the 8th ever block on the Cardano blockchain, so we've been here from the beginning, and we're going to be here till your end, because Cardano will live on forever, and Bloom will keep minting blocks. So if you guys want damn good returns, just delegate to Bloom. We also have a Discord server, and we have some Bloom tokens. So what we're going to be doing now is Bloom tokens every Monday for the AMAs. So to get the Bloom tokens, all you have to do to enter the giveaway, we're doing 500 tokens given away. There's only 1 million total, right? And I think right now there's 7 people on this green earth that have Bloom tokens in their ADA wallet. Could you be the 8th? Let's find out. All you have to do is join the Discord server down below. Once you're in there, you go to Bloom tokens, and then you react with the confetti symbol, and you're entered in the giveaway. It's completely random, so I'm not going to be picking anybody out. We're going to be doing these every Monday at 3 p.m. EST, as always. So, yeah, I'm hype. Also, I have something new. If you guys are looking for someone else to run your stake pool for you, you want some good tech, so all you have to do is the marketing. All you have to do is go to spaz.info for more information. Very simple, SPAAS.info. So it's awesome. Check it out. So what's up, Anthony? Yeah, Anthony, my partner at Bloom. He says, I am not one of them. Anthony, I mean, this is how rare these Bloom tokens are. Anthony, the co-creator of Bloom himself, doesn't even have his own Bloom tokens. You could be first before him. When are we going to do the Bloom symbol? What do you mean, man? What do you mean? All right, so let's look into this Bloomberg, and then I'll start reading chat. Let me go over here. So Cardano added to the Bloomberg Terminal. I said the Bloom pool, didn't I? According to Being Crypto, Cardano has been added to the Bloomberg Terminal, a platform used by professional traders in a move that could expose cryptocurrency to a new wave of potential investors. Ooh. Cardano is a peer-reviewed blockchain. We already know this stuff. However, since the start of 2021, ADA has seen new levels. We're at $1.02 right now. Things are killing it. In addition, according to CoinMarketCap, ADA ranks 5th for now. We were 3 very recently. So this is pretty much just going through all the news. I really wanted to... Okay. So it was added to the Bloomberg Terminal. This article is stuff that we already know. Cardano is the best, blah, 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 blah. So what is the Bloomberg Terminal? This is stuff that we actually don't know. So Bloomberg is a professional trading terminal, right? Sitting on the desk of 325,000 of the world's most influential decision makers, the Bloomberg Terminal is a modern icon of financial markets. It was actually launched in 1981, long before PCs. And that's pretty crazy that this terminal has been around longer than personal computers, right? So that's really the news, man. It's awesome to see ADA added to the Bloomberg Terminal, because like they said, it's 325,000. I mean, that's a lot of traders, and like they said, they're the world's most influential decision makers. I mean, because I've even heard of it before, and I'm not a trader, so it's awesome to get ADA added there, and that shows that There's going to be a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good stuff coming. Tommy said, I just joined the Discord and entered the giveaway. Thank you, Big Pay. No problem. No problem. If you guys could, please, 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 I can't talk today. I took a week off and now I can't talk. Please, please, click that like button. I would really appreciate it. It really helps out, especially in the beginning, to get us in that algorithm. We got 188 people here. Thank you guys all so much for coming. And we only have 60 likes. So please, please, hit that like button. Chris said, is the Bloom token airdrop still a thing? Yes, yes, it is. All you have to do is join the Discord server down below, go to Bloom-tokens, and then click the confetti sign, and that enters the giveaway. Monty said, are you going to go to the Africa conference? Yes. I'm the ADA guy, man. Could you imagine me not going to the conference? I'll be there for you guys that can't make it. I'll be there with a live stream webcam recording the whole thing for you, having a great time. Imagine that chat. Imagine that chat, man. At what point do you suggest people selling on OTC versus on exchanges? What do you mean OTC? Do you mean on the chain? Is that what I mean? Steve says, hey, Pay, waiting for your call. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I get so many emails every single day. I apologize, Steve. Send me another email today and I'll get back to it. I have been cleaning them out. John Jackson says, we're at $1.04, dude. I know. Isn't it amazing? It's incredible to see us at $1.04. I know that's what you guys are scared of is it being at $1.04, but I mean, dude, we're killing it, man. Where were we at 3 months ago? OTC means over the counter. Oh, so do you mean like selling it to someone that you know? So you're essentially asking like at what price? I got no idea, man. I don't have enough crypto to be selling it in private sales, man. Capitano said, can you make a video where you explain how to claim the Bloom token? So yeah, I can do that. So what there will eventually be is there's going to be on bloompool.io, there's going to be another website called bloompool.io/faucet. And once you go to bloompool.io/faucet, from there, you're going to be able to actually just type in your address and you're going to be able to claim your rewards from the site, and you're paid those rewards by staking with Bloom. So if you've been staking with Bloom for the past 7 months, day one, we might even do a little bit of a day one token, for the first epoch. People that got on the first epoch, we might give you a little more, but besides that, you actually earn Bloom tokens per epoch based on the amount of ADA tokens that you have. And we may even throw a little bit of a Bloom token stake in there as well, to where if you have some more Bloom tokens, you may get some more Bloom tokens back with that. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. We are working on that, but you guys are going to have to realize that we kind of are on the bleeding edge of this stuff. Multi-assets did just come out with 2 weeks ago. And we have to actually set up a way for, the Bloom website to interact with the blockchain. We have to set up a reward scheme for this, for the longevity and the sustainability of the Bloom token, because we want to have actual utility for it in the future. And we want to have things that you guys can purchase. And we want to actually make this token pretty awesome. And as a thank you for you guys, and it's also pretty fun. And I know that you guys are all going to love it, when you can actually claim the token from the website, because it's just another way to interact with the blockchain. A couple years ago, think about it, we didn't have much. We had Daedalus, and then eventually we had Yoroi, and the only thing you could do is send ADA, to the Yoroi wallet, and from Yoroi send it back to Daedalus. That's all you could do. Whereas now, we have staking. And I remember how excited we all were for staking when it came out, another button we can click that gives us rewards. And then, so yeah, we were all excited for that. And, that's what we're trying to do with this is we're trying to give our delegates and, the people that are passionate about this project, another way to interact with the blockchain, another way to have another cryptocurrency, because right now there are no native tokens, right? I mean, there are, but there aren't like valuable native tokens. You have Space Coin, which is pretty fun that people are just sending out for free. And then you have I've seen Liquid had their own, but there's no utility there yet. So, the Bloom token it's going to be one of the first ways to actually interact with native tokens on the blockchain. And we're working real hard on that. And we're very proud to release it, when the time does come, because there's There's not going to be too many other people that, say that you're earning, multiple tokens for staking. And we're actually going to have to work with an engineer on this. It's not easy to do this stuff. I can do all the Linux stuff in the background, but actually because there is no, what a lot of engineers do when people work on things is they look at a way to use past tools to integrate it into their own services. But, when you're doing bleeding edge stuff like this, cascading disruption, there are no tools, right? You have to work on the stuff yourself. So that is what we're working on. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm so excited for that because guess what? I'm going to do day one when that's out. I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to claim the tokens for my address that's been staked since day one, man. I'm so cool. Rob Groove says, how comfortable is that chair? It's pretty comfy, man. It's pretty comfy. I want to get one of the lumbar support things in the back, though. Can we subscribe to your OnlyFans and pay using ADA? Dude, just make if you make a OnlyFans for ADA investors, then I'll be the first to post pics on there, man. A Camel said, can you let me know where to learn how to properly trade without spending a dime? I'm not a trader, man. I don't know how to trade, so I'm not the guy to come to. I trade really long. I swing trade in a way. Sometimes I'll make big trades back and forth between two coins that I really like. I'm a big BTC and a big ADA believer. So you can never really go wrong with going back and forth between those, man. But I'm not a day trader by any means. What about if I switched during the first epoch because of saturation becoming a thing until you made the other Bloom pools? As long as you were there for the first epoch, you'll be counted, right? If that first snapshot that was there, you'll be counted, man. You'll be counted for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming, man. 236 people here. Click that like button if you're just hopping in. It really does help me in the algorithm. We can get this AMA going. So what the AMAs are, if you've never been here before, these are my Ask Me Anythings. You guys can ask me anything cryptocurrency, Cardano related, and also, stupid questions like questions about Lion's Mane. I have my own little birds I want to tell you guys about too. But please click that like button. We're at 100 right now. It'd be cool if we got up to 150. It does help out with this algorithm. Pushes us out to the wider crypto community. John said, when are these birds landing? I don't know, man. It seems like the birds they're flossing around in the air, staring at us, man. Phony said, what is your opinion on Elon officially calling his CFO Master of Coin? What do you think there's more into it? Elon making his own coin soon? It wouldn't surprise me, man. Navas said, what are AMAs? I think I just answered that. Okay, so when are they? I forgot to mention that. I do AMAs every Monday at 3 p.m. EST, and the goal of them is to really help you along your learning journey, right? You're learning a lot about Cardano, a lot about cryptocurrency. Well, throughout the week, you might ask yourself a question that you can't figure out, you can't Google, because, we're all kind of on the bleeding edge here. Well, what you do is you take a sticky note, you write it down, and then under that you write for big pay. And then you come to these AMAs every Monday at 3 p.m. EST and then hop in. Brad said, Pay, we need two-factor authentication for Daedalus and Yoroi ASAP. Yes, I agree, because currently the only way you can do that, I always look for it. Scrambling. Where is it? Where's my treasure? Yeah, the only way you can really have two-factor authentication right now is these bad boys. Damn, that camera focus is nice. Ooh. You guys can see my fingerprints for the still my funds. Jeff from Swag Steak Pool, what's up, man? Glad I can make the AA. I'm happy you made it here too, man. I'm happy you made it here too. Okay. Any price prediction or bull run date? No price predictions here, man. I'm not very smart. Penny said, I want my day one token. Hell yeah, man. Me too. I just joined the channel. How can I join the giveaway? It's very, very simple. All you do is you click. So first you like the video, you subscribe, and then you click the Discord link down below. Once you're in the Discord server, you go to Bloom Tokens and you react with a confetti symbol. And then you're entered in the giveaway. Following that, I'll send the funds straight to your address. And we'll be doing these so if you miss this one, it's no worries. We do them every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will consistently do them. So if you miss the tokens this week, come back next week. And we'll have a good time. Maybe it could be your week. It's a very good question. Do you feel a multi-year depression is coming, and how do you think it will impact Cardano if and when it happens? I've been getting that feeling lately, man. I've been getting that feeling lately. I honestly have no idea how it will affect a Cardano, man. That's really like it's something for someone way smarter than me, you know. I don't think it'll be good for Cardano, you know. But I think, you know, even if we do go down in price, everything's going to be fine. You know, we'll all still wake up and work day to day. It sucks because there's less catalyst funds, man. But just because a depression that came, I don't think it would impact Cardano. I think it would maybe be good for cryptocurrency as a whole, right, over time. But it wouldn't be good for anyone, man. And I don't wish that on anyone. Samuel said, are you a minimalist? In some aspects, yeah, but in some aspects, no. You know, I really like, I'm definitely a foodie. You know, I like eating like healthy, good food. So I'm not minimalistic about that. You know, I'm not cool with eating like cereal or, you know, most shit that's processed, you know, so I'm not minimalist in that way at all. You know, whereas, you know, I still drive a $3,000 car that I paid off 2 years ago, and I don't plan on getting another one, you know, so I guess you could say I'm a minimalist in that regard. You know, my grandma always complains at me when I go to her house. She's like, why don't you have why don't you have a car that's not like that? It's not dented and messed up. And it's like, why do I need one? You know? So in some ways, yeah, in some ways, no. Reem said, just joined. Wait, Bloomberg Terminal? How big is that? It's pretty cool, man. It essentially just added the ADA ticker to over 325,000 professional investors' platforms. And they're pretty big, man. A lot of people use them. NBA player stake pools could be a thing. That'd be funny, man. Do you know when I'll get my rewards for voting? It's going to take a few weeks. I would guess probably a month tops. When we'll be able to create smart contract on ADA blockchain? 2 months. 2 months is what we're looking at, man. Other than following you, where's my best way to increase knowledge and understanding of Cardano? It's a good question, man. It's a good question. I would say Charles Hoskinson, man. Charles Hoskinson probably has the best videos for this stuff for sure, right? Just listen to his AMAs. You'll obviously get some stuff in there that you don't really care about, you know, like, I don't know. You know what I mean, right? But otherwise, you know, I have probably learned more from his AMAs and his talks and the stuff that he uploads on his channel than anything else I've done in the past few years. You know, I've probably learned more from his channel than I have from college. Please give that damn corner. That's why you guys think I'm a minimalist, because all I have is just one plant in the background. He does need a table. Really, what he needs is a table and a pot. But what I really want to do today, if it comes in the mail in time, so I have my own little birds that I want to tell you about. But like, you know how Charles always uses the reference with birds? Well, my birds are mushrooms, right? So if I mention anything mushrooms, if you guys see me tweet about mushrooms, I am working on something very big. That will have a profound impact on Cardano and on the protocol, and it's going to be a very big service, you know. And I'm not really going to say much more than that, but I have to tell you, I am excited. I'm very excited about it. You know, I often think about it before I go to bed and think about when I wake up. It's what I've dreamt of doing for a long time, and I'm in the process of doing it, and I'm getting some great people together to work on it. Right. So, you know, to start off, you know, the reminiscing of the birds, or as I like to call them, the mushrooms. I have today being delivered two lion's mane fruiting bodies, or not fruiting bodies, mycelium blocks. So I'm really excited about that. What I'm going to do is actually set them up in the background. And what I'm going to do is just have them in the background with a little humidifier in the bookcase. And then you guys are going to see them fruit, you know, between my videos. They're just going to get bigger and bigger. And then I'm going to cut them up and make smoothies, which I'm really excited about that. So, yeah, I thought that would be cool, you know, to have something in this room. You know, we're all into mushrooms around here. So, and I worked so hard on Bloom, and I worked so hard on all this stuff that I didn't lose my passion, but I lost, you know, I was kind of on a learning journey with mycology, and I kind of fell out of it because I was working so hard on the channel and I was working so hard on Bloom, but I really want to get back into it. So I felt like the easiest way to do it is just to get some, you know, mycelium blocks for lion's mane. You know, I may get a couple more, you know, some oysters. I've always wanted to get some king oysters. So I may get some king oysters back there as well. And then I'll get the spores, then I'll clone them. You know, I'll clone my favorites from there, and really excited about that. But I'll get off my mushroom talk, you know, but some cool stuff is coming. How do the voting rewards work? I only voted for 8 to 9 projects that I felt strongly about. Is there a max number? No, that's a great question, Brad. So there is no min or max number. The way it actually works is you can vote for as many or not as many as you'd like. I think you have to at least vote for one and submit it. But there's no, essentially when you vote for something, you're giving it a check mark based on how many tokens you have, right? So if you do, essentially what you do when you vote for multiple projects is you're giving them all a plus with that amount of ADA in it, right? So if you don't vote, you only vote on one, your plus essentially just goes to those, right? And your downs are just downs. So it's like plus and minus essentially. So you can vote for as much or as little as you like and you still get your rewards, but I would suspect you have to at least vote for one, right? And then after you vote for one, you can submit it and you're good to go. And then how are they paid? It's another good question. They're actually paid to your staking address, right? So for you, it'll look as if you were just getting rewards from Bloom, right? Any clue when voting is going to be in hardware wallets? That's a good question, man. Hopefully the next round. Crawford said, when watching you on 2X is pretty crazy. You dispense so much info so fast. Sorry, man. Sorry. I've been trying to slow down if you've noticed. Are you planning on starting to use shrooms, Pay? Well, I'm getting some lion's mane, so yeah, in my smoothies I'll be using some shroomies, some shroom boys. Hello guys, I'm new. Hello! Thank you so much for coming, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. We do a lot of cool stuff here, man. So if you have any questions, feel free. Anything. Antonio said, "What's your background?" Do you mean like my background, as in like, what do you mean? I need more info. I'd buy some lion's mane with ADA to have in my saunas. That's pretty meta, man. That's pretty meta. That's what I'll do. I'll set up a sauna back here. I'll do these AMAs in a sauna, eating my lion's mane. That's Cardano meta, man. I used to grow oyster mushrooms. I've never grown oysters before, but I love the way they taste, man. I love the way they taste. Steve said, thoughts on a virtual lounge? Thoughts on a virtual lounge / game for people to discuss and show off their NFTs and live auctions. That'd be pretty cool, man. That'd be pretty sweet. Maybe we can do something like that on here, on my channel. How awesome would that be? We could just get VR headsets and I'll live stream us in the game. You know, that'd be pretty cool, man. I want to do more fun stuff on here, man. Like obviously a lot of my stuff's educational, but I want to have like some more just like trying new things, you know. Kaja, he said, is this project with Charles? I don't know. I told you guys I'm not giving you any more details, man. Could be. Hey, Pay, the mission, the passion. What's up, man? What's up? How do you get rewards from voting? Where is the ADA coming from? The ADA is coming from the Treasury. What the Treasury is, it's a fund for people, or it's really a fund for the network, right? I wasn't going to say for people, but every ADA that you send, there's a transaction fee, and a portion of that transaction fee and a portion of the staked rewards actually goes to the Treasury. And that Treasury is just a big, big fund of money, which is an ADA. And that really, I think last time I checked, I want to say it's at like $220 million sitting in this fund. So a little bit of those are being paid for you to vote. Big Pay, I've got some ideas, but no team to help me code them. Can I apply it to Catalyst anyway? Yeah, I'd say go for it, man. You might find the people you want to on there, you know, the people you want to connect with. Pay, am sure you will be a legend in this space. Thank you so much, Bertum. You know, Bertum, I'm not really worried about being a legend, man, but what I really want, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, is I want to give back to this idea of decentralization, this idea of open source code. I want to, I want to run a company that builds software for Cardano. I really do, man. And you know, that's what I just want to add value. You know, I don't have any worry about being a legend. You know, it's honestly pretty legendary to get on here every Monday, you know, and just shoot the shit with you guys. It's very fun. When are they going to give rewards for voting? I would say probably about 3 weeks would be my guess. Jeff said he grabbed some Orveda. Hell yeah, man. I love Orveda. Orveda's my favorite. Lucas with the $50 super chat, man. Thank you so much. That's grande. That's definitely in my top 10 super chats, man. You're awesome. You're awesome. I appreciate that so much, Lucas. That's a lot of money, man. Thank you so much, man. Just to, you know, send me $50 like that, it means the world, man. You know, it's very kind of you. Adam said, mechanical engineer by trade, so fairly tech savvy. Should I learn and how to create my own stake pool? If you're passionate about it, man, you want to mint blocks for the Cardano network, you want to be a part of the stake pool community, I always say go for it, man. I always say go for it. Keith said, when creating NFTs with the CLI, can an NFT be transferred to an existing NFT marketplace so they can be sold? Well, there is no NFT marketplace yet, but yeah. Lewis said, did you listen to the mycologist Paul Stemmons on Joe Rogan's podcast? It was really interesting. Yeah. He really expanded upon my passion. I know people have a lot of opinions on, on Paul Stemmons. Some people don't like him, but, I think he's doing a good thing. I don't like his lion's mane supplements. I think they're kind of a load of trash. But yeah, he definitely expanded my passion, man. He's an awesome dude. Crawford said, don't need spores to clone if you have a fruiting body. Yeah, so what I meant by cloning is just taking the fruiting body and putting I don't know why I'm saying spores. Taking the fruiting body and putting it on a gar, and just, using those little gar plates to clone them. I might have said spores earlier. If I did, I apologize. I'm a little rusty on my terminology, but I do know that. What is the difference between Plutus and Marlowe? Looking into creating smart contracts, but don't know where to start. So Plutus is actually a language it's like a specialized programming language that was based on Haskell, right? So whereas Marlowe is a GUI. What Marlowe is, it's a GUI for using Plutus that's underneath. It's like puzzle pieces, right? So Marlowe is for the people that are not, tech savvy in the sense of knowing how to code, especially because it's in formal languages. So even if you know how to code, you might not know how to code with formal languages, so you use Marlowe. And it's essentially a way to write smart contracts with puzzle pieces. It's really interesting. Steve said, when can we vote in Daedalus? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Difference in staking on Binance and use another place. So this is a great question, Matra. He's asking, should I stake on Binance? Should I stake on crypto.com? Matra, in my opinion, the best place that you can stake is in your Yoroi wallet, right? And the Yoroi wallet it's a wallet built by Emergo, one of the founding entities of Cardano. And you actually get to hold your own funds when you do that, right? So you can earn about 5.25% a year from staking to a stake pool. I actually have Bloom. That's my stake pool. So if you did stake to Bloom, you would earn 5.25%, which may be a little less than Binance. But you know what the key difference is? It's the risk, right? You have no risk of holding your wallets in your own funds or in your own wallet, right? I missed those two up. But you have no risk, whereas on Binance, if Binance gets hacked, then you can lose your funds, right? So at the core of cryptocurrency, at least the part that I like of it, is that you are your own bank. You are holding your own finances, right? Whereas if you're holding them with Binance, it's like leaving them in a bank, and that kind of really defeats the point of cryptocurrency, in my opinion, man. So I would recommend withdrawing that from Binance to your own wallet so you can earn passive income while decentralizing the network and not giving your portion of stake and your portion of votes in this beautiful network that we all are part of to Binance, right? Matthew said, what birds are we waiting on? When do you start feeling pessimistic that the Africa bird is never coming? That's a good question, man. As far as when, I don't know. I understand these things take times, and even if the bird did land and they announced it, which they kind of already did, then it would still take years for that to, it'd still take years for that to come to fruition, man. I think the birds that we're waiting on now is just Coinbase, man. Coinbase, and I'm sure there's some more flying around that we don't know about. David said, I would hire your company to help us develop our donation app. Sounds cool, man. 90s Crypto said, I've been on your Cardano stake pool since day one and didn't ever know about it until 3 weeks ago. I'm going to start learning how to vote. Hey, thank you so much for being in my pool since day one, man. You're awesome. You're the shit. James said, Big Pay is a legend already. The original OG of Cardano staking. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. All I can say about that, I was first. I had the first staking video. I stayed up all night. I built a stake pool all night. And then it was like 4 a.m. And I'm like, man, I need to catch about 2 hours of sleep. I mean, that day was so funny, man. It was 5 p.m. So the Shelly was actually released, I think around it was like 5:40 p.m. that night. And this was a cool time, man. So Rick from Digi and Philippe, I miss going on their podcast, man. I miss the Cardano Aura so much. It was so much fun. So they both invited me on. They said, hey, we're letting stake pools come on and introduce their stake pool. So I went on there. I was like, hell yeah, I wanted to kind of it bothered me. I was like, I don't want to go on this podcast because I want to build the pool. But I was like, all right, I'll go on the podcast. So I go on the podcast, I introduce Bloom, and then following that, I stay up all night building 2 stake pools for the Cardano network, Then I go to bed at like 4 in the morning. I sleep for about 3 or 4 hours. I wake up and I post the how to stake 2 staking pools in Daedalus. And I was the first one to post it. It was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to look back at those days like they were magical. And I probably will look back at these days like they're magical too, man. This stuff is having like such a profound impact on my life and me as a person. And it's like your obvious thing is, finances. But I was watching that. That's not what I'm talking about though. I just mean like in the networking that I have and, the people that I meet that actually do inspire me. And I know some people think that that's cringy, but I don't at all, man. I've met so many people in this community that have inspired me, in many different ways. And it's awesome, man. It's definitely given me a different perspective on the world at a younger age than I think I would have normally gotten it, so it's pretty awesome, man. Charles released this video last week and it was just, it was incredible, man. I think it might've been a couple days ago. Everyone was complaining that we were in the red, and it's funny when people complain that we're in the red when we're at $1. It's like, wah, grow up. We had a minus 20% day. We're at $1. Grow up. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I've only 10x my money in 4 months, man. But he released this video the other day and said like, this isn't about the price. Like what is the point of being rich in a society that's not fair? And he just essentially said that crypto is hope, and Cardano is hope. And, that really hit home for me. Like I was driving down the road and like I actually had a tear coming down from my eye listening to that speech. And I'm not really an emotional person. I'm not someone who cries often. I'm not someone who really like, I don't know, but something about that, the way he put it, it's like, he talked about the inevitability of cryptocurrency and the fact that, the two different futures that we can have, and it's just, I'm happy to be a part of this, man. It's pretty awesome. You guys got to check out that video if you haven't seen it. It's incredible, man. It's incredible. So if I missed your question, you're going to have to retype it. I was talking for too long. How does the bear market affect staked ADA? What bear market? Brother? I don't know. That's a good question, man. We're going to kind of have to wait and see. I honestly suspect it to not do too much unless there's just a big sell-off. But still, even then, I think there's a lot of people here that I'd keep staking. You know what I mean? How difficult is it to set up a staking pool with no programming experience as a noob? If you don't have any programming experience, but you do have computer experience, right? You know how to, learn computer things. You know how to tinker. You know how to problem solve. I think you'll do just fine. But if you have no computer experience, then you're going to have some trouble. Whereas if you don't have any programming experience, you'll be just fine. We have started organizing in Greece and promoting Cardano to universities and getting more people to be active. It wouldn't have happened if it was not for your content and help. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the 10 euro super chat, man. It means the world, we don't get too many super chats around here, man. So it touches my heart, but that's awesome, man. I wish I could do something like that. I wish there's a way that I could organize some sort of Cardano community get together, for networking and for shooting the shit and for meeting like-minded people, man. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to do. I think the university is a good place, but COVID schmovid, it's kind of screwed everything up. You can't really do indoor stuff. Alex said, society will never be fair. What's the point? No, it should be fair and it can be fair, man. That pessimistic view won't get you anywhere in life, right? There's two ways to look at things, right? You can say this will never happen or I will do everything I can to make it happen, right? And saying this will never happen will just lead you to a hole, man. A hole. Hey, what's up? I'm stacking up ADA. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Tommy said, I initially came for profit but stayed for the vision. Of course, man. Of course. Jeff said, it's one of his best videos I've seen in a while. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just was not expecting that. Liquid and Bondly airdrops coming. Any idea when they'll be live? I didn't see Liquid saying that. That's interesting. What's the Hoskinson video called? I will get that for you, man. It was so incredible. Also, there's 325 people here. Thank you so much for coming to this AMA. I do them every Monday at 3 p.m. EST. What you do is you come with cryptocurrency questions, whether it's Cardano or Bitcoin, anything. You come here, you ask them, and I answer them for you. So the goal is just spread education, have a little bit of fun along the way. But also, if you guys could, please click this like button. There's 193 people here, or 226 people here, and 190 likes. I'm like being like, have you guys noticed that? That's the 4th time I've done it. I'm switching up the middle word with the last word. Like I'm doing it. I don't know why. It's pretty weird, man. It's pretty weird. But if you guys could, please click that like button. It'd be awesome. We're at 190. Can we get to like 230? 230? It'd be pretty cool. Let me find that video for you, man. This is probably one of the best Charles Hoskins videos I've seen in a while, just as Swag said. It was pretty awesome, man. Oh, I came up on the recommended. That's how you know this YouTube algo's been liking me, man. And you guys have been helping me out. So it's called Bright Horizons. I'll go ahead and send the link in chat for you. I mean, literally a tear came out of my eye. I go months without crying in an unhealthy way, I think. So one tear coming down, that shows you the value of that video, man. That shows you the value of that video. Bitcoin Wallet said, wealth tends to do that to a person. Acting on it says a lot about a man. Wealth tends to do what to a person? Stiff said, hey, Pay, is there another crypto on that terminal other than Cardano? Yes, there is. There's not too many on there, though. Hey, Pay, this is from Kitty. He said, I've been staking with you for 5 months. Quick question. How could ADA will be completely decentralized when one operator has more than one stake pool? Thank you in advance. So that's a great question, Kitty. So first off, thank you so much for staking with me for 5 months, man. That means the world. You've been here since the beginning. You know, you're definitely a Bloom OG, right? So this is kind of a philosophical thing. I've spent a good bit of time speaking with in the past. You know, we used to have these calls with the scientists at IOG. And sometimes you could pick their brain about this stuff. You know, you can't do it anymore because there's too many stake pool operators. But you know, I asked Duncan Coots about it, you know, and he essentially said like, well, it's a philosophical question on how decentralized does something truly need to be. And at this time, you know, K was 150, and he said, you know, at K equals 150, we are already more decentralized than Cardano, right? So the act of having 2 stake pools, 6 stake pools, it's not just directly killing Cardano's decentralization, you know, whereas, because what you need to actually hurt the decentralization of Cardano is 51% of the total stake in the network, and that's called a Sybil attack, right? And it is something you have to worry about. We have a lot of parameters that actually defend against this, and you know, the parameter is A naught, and the A naught is the pledge function. And what A naught is supposed to do is it's supposed to incentivize people to pledge to their own pool and stop them from creating more pools, right? So there's nothing wrong with having multiple pools as long as you have skin in the game to really show for that, right? So it's as A naught changes and people are actually incentivized to pledge to a pool, you'll see this change in the network. Whereas people are actually worried about like 1% pool, for example. I think they have a pretty large amount of stake at this point, like a crazy amount. I think even more than I forget who, I'm not going to just say, but they have a large amount of stake. And it's because their A naught doesn't work. It's because you're not incentivized to pledge to one pool. You know, Bloom knows that. Bloom knows that our pledge doesn't earn us more money. I think it's like It's some, last time I checked, it's some small amount. Like just from our pledge, the actual difference in rewards we make for that is in the hundreds of dollars a year range, for a company, right? So we pledged 10 million ADA because we think that it's actually being a part of the network, right? It's actually providing value to the network and essentially saying that even though ANOT's there, right, we're still going to put our skin in the game, for ADA, because that's what we're trying to push this protocol, the ideologies, and it's not really it's not going to be just a big cash grab for us. That's why I say from the beginning until the end, I do think that we are a valuable part of this network, right? But I can see the argument for the one stake pool thing, but after that you lose me, right? When you say, oh well, 2's okay, but 3's not, that after that you lose me. It just becomes a bit rubbish. But it's a debate that's going to go on for a long time, but one way to look at it is Bloom is not just one person. It's not just me, right? Bloom's a company, right? So a lot of these people say, well, one pool, one person. Well, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense, Are we just going to hire more people? You know what I mean? So we can say we have more pools. It's really just, is that operator that you're providing your stake to a beneficial part of the network, right? And I say we are, and that's up for you to decide as a delegate and as a customer of Bloom. And either way, if you do decide that you want to support someone else, I thank you for spending this time with us. And I thank you for giving me the ability to do this every day, man. It means the world. Yeah, and that's something that I would like to, have a long discussion on. It's actually really interesting. It's a tricky thing. Hey, Big Pay, how would transferring ADA in or out of the Yoroi wallet affect staking rewards? So the way it works is the snapshots are what determine your rewards, right? So if you send ADA out and then you send the same amount of ADA back in before the snapshot, you don't lose any rewards, right? But if you send ADA out, send it back in after the snapshot, you'll lose 1 epoch of rewards, right? So now let's imagine you're going to a new wallet. Well, the new wallet, you send it over there, you're still going to get your rewards from the old wallet for the next few epochs, right? So really, if you understand the snapshot thing, and then you understand that, then you're good to go. Coin said, are you baked? Nope, I just stopped drinking caffeine. I'm taking my little caffeine tolerance break. Do you hear it do you hear the caffeine depression in my soul? Normally I'm like, but no, man, I'm taking my caffeine tolerance break. I have to admit, man, there's no way that I would be able, if I was just baked, man. Do you guys really think I could just talk to 330 people live just blown? Hell no, man. Hell no. Hey, Pay, looking into ERG recently, can you tell me more about why you like /hodl it? I liked it because Emergo was using it as a test bed for Cardano, so they use a lot of the same designs as Cardano. And also, I not financial advice, but I just wanted to gamble. I didn't gamble much. I just threw a little bit of money in there to see what it would do, because I wanted to get a little bit of small market cap coins, because I've never done that before. I've been very strict about being BTC and ADA. So I just wanted to try a small cap coin. Anthony said 1% just passed IOG. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I wasn't 100% sure. Chris says, Rick pledging 250K makes me very uncomfortable. Why, man? That's $250,000. That's a lot of money. I wouldn't say that would make me uncomfortable, man. As long as he's providing value to the network and doing good things, and I don't have any issue with that. But $250,000 to stake, to lock up in the network's a lot. I don't think that should go unnoticed. Alvin said, I really like your pool, but also want to support smaller pools. Is there a way to do that and set up? Yeah, you have to set up another wallet. How large is Bloom currently? Well, currently we have 5 people, right? We would like to expand more, but we're kind of just, we're trying to be reasonable. We just went in the past 3 months. We went from, past 4 or 5 months, we went from like 10 cents to $1.30, right? And then now we're at $1.02. So we're not going to just completely just expand. We're definitely doing more. We're trying to provide more and more value as time goes on, but we have to do it in a sustainable way, right? So we would like to do more, but we're doing it slowly, right? And we're trying to model everything, at a lower price. Give the money from staking to the ones who have none. We are working on some of that, man. Love Broom, great for staking. Thanks so much, man. Chris said you were totally right. It's a business and you act like it. You Bloom guys rock. Thanks so much, man. Thank you. Hey, Big Pay, why would I withdraw the rewards or leave them in the withdrawal account? You only really need to withdraw the rewards if you are planning on sending them somewhere else. I said, hi, Big Pay. Nothing is perfect. What are your doubts or worries that you have about Cardano? It's a good question, man. I would honestly say my biggest worry, and I love Charles, right? He inspired me to do all this stuff, but my biggest worry is Charles, right? And it's not him. It's what people would think of him, right? We are going more mainstream. You can see it in my view count. You can see it in his view count. So now imagine someone sees some of the stuff that he's said in the past, right? I don't think it's negative. I don't think it's bad, but it's not this mainstream. I keep my opinion to myself. I'm a business guy. I don't say anything that's going to offend anyone. He is himself at his core, and he pushes his ideologies and pushes his beliefs because he wants to change the world, and I completely agree with that. And, I try to follow that same model to a certain extent, but, that would be my biggest worry is essentially, the mainstream media picking up something that he said in the past, because he said a lot in the past, taking it out of context and blaring it and essentially ruining the image of Cardano. I would say that's one of my biggest worries, But I agree with him, crypto is inherently political. So how can you be in this space and then not, give your beliefs, not talk about, what we're trying to change, what we're trying to do, because, this is like we mentioned earlier, you come for the money and you stay for the passion, and the idea of changing the world and the idea of having a bigger impact on people's lives without them even knowing it, with financial freedom and giving people a second choice. And so many things. So it's like, you have to kind of be very ambitious and be very outwardly in your opinion, to push these beliefs, and then also get a movement around you, because that's what this has to be for it to be successful, is it has to be a movement, right? But that's my worry. Does that make sense? PJ said, what's up, chat? What's up to you, PJ? Big Pay, wealth tends to make a person see beyond his or her own needs and see disgusting imbalance people have to fight every day. Yeah, man, I saw that very early in life, man, and it was actually from poverty. I saw, the disgusting imbalance that people had to fight every day, because I had one side of my family that was like that and another that wasn't, and so I saw that very early on, man. I quickly became very pessimistic, like the guy earlier that said life will always be unfair, right? But then it took me, some years to get out of that and realize that it doesn't have to be, I'm new to the crypto space. What do you mean by pledge 250K ADA? If I have bought a couple $100,000 worth of ADA and delegated to a pool, I would eventually have to pledge 250K. So what pledge is pledge is the amount of ADA that the stake pool operator themselves stakes to their own pool. And it's essentially locking up the ADA and saying, this is the amount of pledge that I have in my pool, right? And it's supposed to protect the network from Sybil attacks. It's also supposed to increase the rewards for delegates. Bitcoin Wallet said, hearing you talk about it while you have a life-changing amount of money says a lot about you. Thanks, man. But it's all perspective, man. A couple years ago, a couple $1,000 was a life-changing amount of money for me. So Gruff said, planning to set up a second wallet for Bloom, but also want to vote on Catalyst. How do I delegate and vote at the same time? So you actually can just delegate and vote with the same wallet. So you delegate first, and then following that, you register to vote. But I think the registration period is long gone, so you're going to have to wait for the next fund. All right. Steve J said, what's up with all these space coins? So space coins, I think, was created by Kyle. He runs a pool too. But Kyle just created the stake coins because like I mentioned earlier, people want to interact with the blockchain. People want to see these new tokens. People want to see, this development of this protocol that we're all happy with and passionate about. So it's just it's kind of like Dogecoin, right? It's just a token that in this current moment doesn't have anything attached to it, and they're just sending them out. They're just using the chain, having fun with it. So that's really what it is. Chris said, don't you think it's time for Charles to fade out and be out of the social aspect of Cardano? I don't think so, man. I honestly think that Charles's YouTube channel and this vision that he's all giving us and this consistent and this continual, information, passion, and ideas, ideologies, what we're doing, that's really why a lot of us are here, So I don't think it's time for him to phase out, man. But at the same time, it's a double-edged blade, So someone said, which political perspectives does Cardano propose? I'm new. Also, there's 246 likes and 325 people here. Click that damn like button. Click it. Click it. So really, it's not just Cardano that proposes these. It's also cryptocurrency as a whole, non-centralized currencies. It's this idea of financial freedom, this idea of being your own bank, this idea of a government, one entity not having control over the money supply and having the ability to print money and give it to the banks, and also not giving the banks all of this power. That's kind of the first ideology, but then also on top of Cardano, there's going to be a decentralized, and there is, it's semi-centralized, but there will be a decentralized governance system on top of Cardano where the people in the community can actually vote, right? So as far as ideologies, you can see this being used for maybe, a country. Imagine a country being able to use a decentralized voting system, for funding certain things or for, making certain laws. It's just this, really at the core is financial freedom and removing, the ability to control the monetary supply from the government, right? And then a lot comes after that, but that's the core, man. Secker said, I came for the money and I came for the philosophy, or I came not for the money, but I came for the philosophy. Now I have a little money and a network of guys who share my philosophy. Thank you, Cardano. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, when I found Cardano, I was like a young man. And, I didn't understand the philosophy behind Bitcoin yet, so Charles is who introduced the philosophy to me. And I don't think there's anything wrong with someone, being interested in this years ago for money and then, realizing the actual value of this. Xavier, you said you just got in. Quick recap. We're just doing an AMA, man. Ask me some questions. We do these every 3 p.m. on Monday, Eastern Standard Time. You come with questions. I give you some good answers. Spread education. Jerome, I don't know anything about VeChain. I'm not really much of a guy that looks into a lot of other projects. I know I should. I know it's very short-sighted, but I just don't have the time, man. I'm doing so much. I'm building so much for Cardano that I just don't have the time. So Felice says, how much blocks are rewarded per block? I'm going to assume you meant ADA. I think it's about 900 ADA, but that's just split up between everybody. Blake said, can you give an example of a civil attack? What would that look like? If it happened, would people get their ADA back? So a Sybil attack, it's Sybli. I would Google it. It's pretty complicated. It's just when one person has 51% of control of the network. And it's a tricky thing because if someone were to do that, they're not going to want to hurt the network because they have so much value in it anyway, right? So there's this inherent incentive to not hurt the network, to not ruin people's ADA, but it's bad for that to happen. What IOG is actually working on is something called Ouroboros Omega, which is actually a way for a blockchain to self-heal, with the honest minority back from the Sybil attack, right? So if that were implemented, you would get your ADA back. But also, Blake, this is something that we would see happen. That's not over time. It's not going to just happen overnight. Hey, Big Pay, how would you recommend to get started programming for a blockchain? It's a good question, man. For Cardano, I would say, start learning Haskell, and eventually there's going to be Plutus in the next couple of months. And then you'll be able to, start learning that. But specifically for Cardano, I would use Plutus. But whereas Ethereum Solidity, so it really depends on the language, man. But I would just start programming something to start getting in that state of mind. But if you're really passionate about Cardano, formal languages are different than most other languages, so I would get into specifically Haskell. Austin says, so thanks. So starting a pool with a higher pledge means higher rewards. Yes, but not a large portion, not as large as it should be, and that will change. IOG is actually working on implementing a change to the pledge parameter. I think it's in Q3 of this year. Chris said, I want some of your Bloom coins. Stake to Bloom and you get Bloom coins, man. Another way is by joining these giveaways I do every Monday. I do Bloom token raffles. All you have to do is join the Discord server, react to that, and you'll get sent some Bloom tokens. If one wanted to create a stablecoin on Cardano as an index of many ERC and non-ERC 20s, how would that happen? I don't know, man. That's complicated. I'm too much of a weenie for that. Hi, Big Pay. Delegated to Bloom 3, expecting first ever delegation in 253. Hell yeah, man. There's nothing like those first rewards. Thank you so much. Pros and cons of staking with Daedalus versus Yoroi. They're both the same. I like Yoroi because you don't have to sync the blockchain. Can't wait to receive some of your Bloom coins. I'm sure one day it will be very valuable. I cannot say a word about that. Like literally nothing. SEC, please no sue. No financial advice. No value. I wonder if blockchain DeFi will ever reach its true potential, whereas no governments will let their power be taken away from them that easy. Well, if the majority of the money is being held by the people, then the government doesn't really have a choice. Motivation, he says, I've been debating on moving my ADA to Celsius in Q2 in order to use a loan to purchase for a big purchase rather than sell. That seems like the move, man. And the capital gains will get you, especially if you don't want to give up the asset. But at the same time, they're in Celsius's hands, so what if something happens to them? It's kind of sketchy. Alejandro said, what do you build in Cardano? I can't tell you yet. I got my own little birds, man. I got my own little birds. What are your thoughts on people in power manipulating the system so that ADA does not reach its full potential? It doesn't feel like that's always a worry, of course, but you just kind of have to try harder, Please explain, is staking 100% safe for the owner, even if a pool misbehaves? Thanks. That's a great question, Gert. So he's essentially saying, is there any risk for staking to a pool? There is no risk on the ADA that you're staking as long as you keep it in your own wallet, right? You just use the delegation menu on your Yoroi, use the delegation menu on Daedalus. What you do is you click a stake pool, you stake to them. There's no chance of you ever losing the ADA that you stake. However, the rewards that you stake, if the pool has an issue, if they're charging 100% fees, or they don't mint their blocks, then you can lose some of your rewards. However, you can never lose the ADA that you stake. There's no risk to staking. Jerome said, Bloomies! Hell yeah, man. David said, would you do a video about minting token? I would not do a video about minting token. My channel is for the layman's now. I used to do Linux videos, but we've changed. One over 1024 said, do you think Celsius is sketchy? No, I actually hold a little bit of funds, not ADA, but I hold a little bit of funds on Celsius. I use them. I trust them, but as far as sending the large portion of my ADA over there to not have to pay capital gains taxes is a little scary to me. You know what I mean? Because that's like, because my ADA is like, I'm holding that for life, man. You know what I mean? So it's I just would feel very, very insecure about having them hold all of my ADA. I have to admit. Steven said, do you do any physical exercises like running, lifting, MMA? Yes, I do. So I know most people don't think this is an exercise, but it is. I sit in the sauna, usually for about 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees. That's the best thing for my life. It just makes me a better person. I do jiu-jitsu as well, but I've been slacking a little bit more than I'd like to lately. I also do biking and I do strength training as well. How do Bloom coins work? So Bloom tokens are actually just tokens that you get for staking to Bloom, and they're paid right into your Daedalus or your Roy wallet. It's pretty damn cool. Hey, what do you guys think of Charles and Lex will be discussing on his podcast? Think he's saving any big news? Could be, could be. I'm so excited for that podcast, man. Hey, I don't have any coding experience, but I'd like to start making NFTs, making the user write something on the Cardano blockchain like a drawing. How would I get started? There's not any documentation on that yet, man. I'd start learning a little bit of Linux. Be my best. Look up like Linux CLI intro. How an SBO gives values to his coin. Well, it's really not an SBO, right? Anybody can have their own coin, but there's a lot of value propositions for coins, but that's a hard thing, man. Voting for economy distribution. Also voting our laws by ourselves, reorganizing our societies and hierarchies, and auto-organizing distribution of our taxes. Yeah, he's the man for that, exactly. Can you explain what's a longer chain attack? I don't know what that is, a longer chain. Oh, do you mean, I was saying that this is going to happen over time, right? You're going to see like an entity slowly growing and growing and growing, right? And you'll have time to correct. You'll have time to like, oh, this guy's getting too big. We have to change the A0 parameter. Or we have to solve this problem, right? It's not going to just be overnight, you know? Beyond, you did miss the Bloomberg talk, but these are always uploaded afterwards, so don't worry. Antonio said, what's your background? I was born on the planet Earth. I don't really have much of a background, man. I went to school and it's funny, I used to be so insecure to say this. I would never tell you guys this because I was so insecure about it. But I went to school at a pretty big university at Ohio State for computer science and engineering. It was my thing, it was my passion. But I quickly realized that, you know, with Cardano and the stage that it was, and school went online, and also with like the macroeconomic event that I foresaw, that the only way that I could be a part of this is if I dropped out of school at that very moment. And that's what I did. I got my associate's degree, and then dropped out of my bachelor's degree for computer science and engineering. I dropped out with like a 3.8 something. I had a full ride and I dropped out. It's pretty crazy. I'm a crazy man. I'm a loose cannon. But I dropped out to do this stuff, man. So that's my background, you know. But I have been doing Cardano related stuff since the beginning. You know, I actually got Cardano in 2017. I've been watching videos and learning and doing everything I can for the past few years. And I actually started my first stake pool. It was called Pay ADA. And that was the third day after the incentivized testnet started. And that was back in December of last year. No, of 2 years ago. So I have actually, you know, I'm one of the earliest, you know, to be able to create a stake pool and to be a part of this, right? So that's my background. The more the unfair about Cardano, the more it confirms the world-changing strength. The more confused. Missing thing. What's up, Kryptonic? Thanks for coming by, man. Jake said, can Daedalus get hacked? The only thing that can go wrong with Daedalus is if someone gets your spending password and sends the ADA to their funds. So the best thing you can do is store your ADA in a hardware wallet. Big Pay, when Cardano is 100% decentralized, how are parameters and network changes made by IOHK and it's not controlled by one party? Isn't this contradictory? So it is, man. It is, Dave. That's a great question. It's because when Cardano is 100% of the blocks are being made by stake pools, it does not mean Cardano is 100% decentralized, right? It doesn't mean that. But we're going to be voting on the parameter changes in the future, right? PJ said, how did Coinbase pick up Polygon and not ADA? ADA is going to be listed on Coinbase. It's going to happen. I don't watch basketball, Jerome. I'm sorry, man. I don't have the time. I think Coinbase is an anti-ADA because they have too much invested in ETH and they keep pushing ETH staking hard. It could, I mean, there could be some, I mean, Coinbase is a huge, huge company. And I don't think, if a couple people there hate it, I don't think Coinbase as a whole will hate ADA. They're going to do whatever is going to make them the most money, right? College is overrated. It depends on what you're going for, man. If you're going for like engineering and stuff, I wouldn't. If you want to be a scientist, I wouldn't say it's overrated. You know, I was going for computer science and engineering, and I was actually getting a really good education until everything went online from COVID. And I really enjoyed it there, man. I had a lot of great professors. I had a lot of great friends, and I was very motivated. I was very passionate about what I was doing, and I was learning a lot at a good rate too. But when everything moved online, it lost the value for me. The value was in the people that I was meeting there. The value was in me being able to ask people questions, meet with people, talk with people. And as soon as it went online, it was just like, screw this, man. There's a million other resources that I can use that are better than this to learn about stuff online, right? 90s Crypto Kid said, how do I locate Bloom tokens in my wallet? So you don't have any yet unless you want to give away, but you have to be in your Roy or the Daedalus Flight version. You'll actually have to claim the Bloom tokens from the website when we do have the faucet up, and that's going to take a little bit more time. Tommy said, I applaud your passion for Cardano, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Yep, I will take that. You know, I definitely am passionate about this shit, man. It's pretty funny. I honestly, I was a lunatic, man. It's honestly ironic that I dead ass did that I dropped out of one of the best, of really the best school in Ohio. And with a 3.8 GPA when I had a full ride to do this. You know, I'm a madman. But I'm happy I did it. And it was hard, though. It was hard. It took me months to really, you know, because the school that I was going to was so hard for me that it was like I had to be my mantra. You know what I mean? I'd be like, this is what I'm doing. This because you had to, I mean, I would spend 40 hours a week on calculus alone because they'd make, I mean, the average on some of the tests would be like a 30%, you know, so it was like my mantra. So it took me a while to break that, you know. Nicholas said, hey, Pay, another question for you. If a wrong address is inserted in the sending address, is the ADA lost forever? Yes, it is. Is there something that can fix this in the future? No. It's one thing about financial freedom. You have to learn more. You are more responsible for yourself, right? In life, when you give up, in life, liberty, you know, you have to know more, man. You can have more security in life, but you lose liberty, man. But at the same time, it's if you're typing in a completely wrong address, if I get in there and type in peyton, it's not going to work, right? Because there's a limit. There has to be so many characters, has to be a valid address. But if you copy the wrong address, paste it in there and don't check it, that's your fault, man. And there's no way to fix that. Chris said, don't you have problems people knowing you're a multi-millionaire? So I don't know why you say that. I'm not a multi-millionaire, and being public in this world can be rude. So Bloom's pledge is Bloom's. You know, that's not mine. But people are rude to me online all the time, you know, but in public, you know, no one knows what the hell I'm doing. No one knows about crypto. No one knows, at least like my friends and my family and stuff. They don't know what the hell I do. They don't understand it, and they can't view pledge, you know, but people are online are assholes to me. You know, people online just immediately assume who I am and what I do and where I came from, and immediately assume I'm a bad guy. It's pretty annoying, but you get used to it. It's why I if you notice, I laid low for a week last week because everyone was freaking out. Damn. I didn't know that, Steven. That's crazy. You said just joined. Have you read that you have to pay $40K a month to join the Bloomberg Terminal? That's nuts, man. Keith said, I'm technically challenged. What's the best resource to show me how I can stake on Bloom? All you have to do is type into YouTube search bar, how space 2 space. I think we actually have a, yep, let me go to the website. Our website has a lot of resources on it. It's bloompool.io. And once you guys go to the website, we actually have videos how to stake on there. So everything you need to know. So let me go to this right here. So there's that for you. Justin said, this channel is my go-to for Cardano. Hell yeah, man. Beware said, that's a dumb move you made. It is, man. It is a dumb move. Sometimes you got to make dumb moves, man. Someone asked him, am I ever going to go back to school? I'm not. I realize that, you know, I can learn so much faster on my own. But obviously I can't go deep into the technicality, but I can't go back to school now, man. I'm too deep. I'm too deep in the business world. Yeah, and PJ said, you still have those credits if you change your mind in the future. Yeah, man. Yeah, I do. And that's why it wasn't the craziest decision, but it felt like it. It felt like it because I'm not going back, right? But at any time, if I gave them a call, you know, everything's paid off. I have all my credits and I say, hey, I'm starting next semester. Then they'll schedule me, right? So it's not the craziest thing. Robbie said, much love. What's up, Robbie? How are you doing today, man? If you buy 1 million ADA, you will be a multi-millionaire. I didn't say that. Craig Johnson did. No financial advice here. One Trippy Planet said, Elon Musk is selling an NFT. Send that link in chat. I want to see it. How many screens do you use to work with? I use 2, but they're 2 grande boys. They're both big 1440p fast ones. So it's 2, but I mean, if you compare them to people's average screen size, it seems like 3. If you saw me in public, you'd say that I'd be rich from growing weed. Why? What am I doing that makes me look rich at all? I'm wearing like a t-shirt that I paid $10 for at Marshall's. You know, I'm sitting in a chair that's 3 years old. This chair is the nicest thing that you guys see on screen, man. I think you made the right choice for you. I did make the right choice for me, man, but it takes you a bit of time to realize that because it's scary. You know, it's like I'm young, so it's scary to be like, okay, you know, this is my life now. Every decision I make is going to directly impact your future. Whereas, you know, when you're in school, you know, it seems like you're just in the hands of someone else. You're being a little bit of a puppet. Whereas like, okay, this is it. You know what I mean? Jeff said, nah, it's not dumb. It's called following your passion. Too many of us would rather settle and take the conventional road instead of following your dreams. Kudos, Pay. Thanks so much, man. And you know, I honestly felt, Jeff, that I didn't have a choice. Like I did, but I didn't, you know, I knew I wasn't going to be happy following that path. And I think I actually stayed in school too long. I did. If I stake one of your pools, do I get Bloom tokens instead of ADA? No, you get both. You get both, brother. You get Bloom on top of your ADA. It's that fancy plant that dude, I got this plant. I think you're joking, but this plant was like $15 at Kroger's. I saw this plant for $15 at Kroger's. I was like, that's the one. I was so happy about it. It just looks so cool. All right. So I wanted to show you guys the lion's mane today, but I don't know if it's been delivered. So let me check my email. We're an hour and 15 in. I'm still having a good time. Might run a little bit longer today, but I want to see if this lion's mane was delivered. And if this lion's mane was delivered, we're going to open it on stream. And we're going to crack that boy. We're going to give it a little cut on the side. We're going to see that. Oh, I love the smell of lion's mane, man. You guys are going to see one of my other passions here in a second if it's here. I really hope it was delivered. Let me see. Maybe it's in my Gmail. Maybe it's in my Gmail. But keep asking questions. I'll come back to them in a second. I just want to see if this was delivered. All right, I'll go check. I'll be right back. Be right back. Headphones. I'm talking to myself. I was reaching for the headphones like I was going to start listening to you guys. I love to see it. I literally leave the stream and I come back to more people. All right, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. Let's see if we can get some tracking updates. If it's going to be here soon, I will wait for it. So let me get a question before I go look for this for some more. Hi, Big Pay. Sorry I'm late. No worries, man. No worries. That's why we upload them afterwards. Will the Bloom token show in current Daedalus? Or do we have to wait for upgrades like space coins? Yes, you'll have to wait for upgrades. But if you recover your wallet into Yoroi, then you'll be good. You'll be good. It'll show them. I'm close to 500K ADA. It's awesome, Chris, but I wouldn't say that online. That's a lot of cash. It's a lot of cash, man. I've seen people get robbed for less. Is Bloom 3 legit? Yes. Yes, it is. But you can go to this website right here to verify that it's the legit pool, and you can do that using the pool ID. Who was that guy in the mask when you left the room? Oh, oh. Matthew said, hey, Pay, I'm staked with Charles Pool. Rats, what do you think about his pool and what are the differences? So really the main difference I can think of is the fees. You know, we're charging 4%, he's charging 10%. And it's it's funny that what he says, this is the funniest thing to me, man. I kept reading on Twitter. I want to show you guys this. But I kept reading on Twitter that, I know what I can show you guys. So, all right. I don't know. I'm in the mood. It's show and tell. Yeah, lion's mane does taste like lobster. But I have two things I want to show you. So I've been getting stuff ready for, the background, because this is like, things have to look nice. So this is the first edition. What do you guys think? It's called A Higher Plane by my favorite artist, James R. Eads. And then I have a picture of me and Charles that I want to show you guys. So Charles and I and my partner Anthony, we got dinner with him, and we weren't going to bring it up. We didn't want to flex it. We felt like that was rude, but he brought it up. So I'm going to show you guys the picture. I'll be right back. I was 20 pounds heavier, but who cares? It's with Charles, man. Look how awesome this is. The man, the myth, the legend. Isn't that fucking cool, man? But that's going to go up back there. I'm going to slowly start adding to the studio. Stephen Hill said, are we looking at May for the third hard fork? I think it's April. Yeah, it is a dope photo. So you guys, I've only done one live stream with him, but that's Anthony right there. That's my partner at Bloom. And then you guys obviously know the other two. But yeah, you guys always see him in the chat, Anthony. How's that seat you use? Good? Comfy? Yeah, it's comfy. It's comfy. I think I need like a back thing for it though, because I need to like practice my posture, you know? Or I'll be limping. I'll be a hunchback. Raincorp said, when was that? That was last month. It was right around my birthday. Bert Holt said, is this channel just about Cardano? Pretty much. I mean, I talk about a lot of other stuff, but show you my setup live? It's pretty trashed. It's pretty trashed. Yo, did you see? I was showing you off, Anthony. I was showing you off. How do you manage to be so relaxed and wholesome most of the time? I get all my anger out off stream. No, I really try to be, man. Hey, good night, Braveheart Stakepool, man. You have a good rest of your night. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you swinging by. Whose idea is it to invest in ADA? Yours or Anthony's? It was actually both of ours. I didn't know him prior to creating Bloom. We both had ADA before we met each other, right? So it was both of our ideas. Asif said, hi, Big Pay. May I ask you a question about your pool? You can. What's up, man? What's your question? Do you work for IOG? I do not. I do not work for IOG. I work for myself. I work for Bloom. Last book I read, I think it's called Mastery. It's actually a really good book. Let me make sure it's called that. It's a short read, but it was very, very motivating. It was very motivating. I have not heard about the Doge Killer, the Shiba Inu token. Zara, I'm sorry, I'm not a price guy, man. I'm not a price guy. All right, we'll do one last check for the mushrooms, and then we'll hop off of here. So I wanted to open these because they're being delivered today. It's already 4:20. Where the hell are my damn mushrooms? I want my damn lion's mane. I wanted to open them on stream. Okay, your order is complete. It's your tracking number. Oh, I guess I can show you my dog. He looks pretty cute right now. What's up, buddy? Oh, what's up? You hype? Okay. Okay. We're almost there, I promise. Okay, tracking. Says out for delivery. Come on, we got any updates? Updates? It says between 3:15 and 6:15 p.m. Man, that's so close. All right. Hey, Midnight, come here. What's up, brother? Why are you wet? Why are you wet, bro? So how are you guys all doing today? I'm killing time. I hear a big truck in the distance. My dream is to open this Lion's Mane on stream. What's your dog's name? His name's Mr. Midnight. Hey, what about Catalyst and voting? Why is it not possible to see what I was voting for? Did I do something wrong? Does the app have to improve? That's a good question. Did you register to vote with Uroi? He really is a beautiful dog. I want you guys to see his face. Come here, Midnight. No, come here. You're not leaving. If fate has it, this Lion's Mane is going to show up right after I show you my dog. God, why are you being annoying? Look at this dude, man. Hold on. Go look the other way. Show them your cute face. There you go. Yeah, say something. Say something. All right. I'll do a refresh in the Lion's Mane. We'll see. What Linux distro do you use? I use Ubuntu. Love 420. It's my son's birthday, amongst other things. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, Pay, when Celsius lists ADA, do you think they'll stake to small pools or their own pools? Their own pools, Porcupine. They're not going to stake to small pools. Sassy boy, your seat should have a lumbar support. There should be, yeah, I know, I need it. Ryan said, bro. What's up, bro? I'm disappointed that I couldn't vote with a hardware wallet. I would be disappointed too, man. It sucks. How's Biden's proposed tax hype? True? Could be true, man. I mean, they have control of everything. That is the Pay. Please put me down. Exactly. He hates being carried. Yeah, he didn't used to be a big boy. He's only 3. You know, now he's like, no, he's only 3. You wouldn't look at the camera, but if you look at his face, he looks real young. He looks real young. Americans in the need for showing their dogs. How could I not? How could I not? Yeah, he does have a tuxedo. He also has a white paw. It's pretty cute, man. I hear a loud truck, but I live in the city. I think I'm hoping for too much. I'll give it 3 more minutes. Give me some good Cardano questions. All the small pools I liked aren't small anymore, man. They're all killing it. Noel Crab said, toss your YouTube channel out there in the Cardano Facebook group. Getting you some subs, man. Hell yeah. Thanks, brother. I've heard a lot of good things about Linux Mint. My buddy uses Linux Mint. How will the Bloomcoin have utility? I'm working on it. Boom. I'm a sheep billionaire. I have 56 billion sheep. I'm a whale. Damn. Oh, hell yeah. Rand. That's my favorite small pool. Is it Rand Pool? Is that what your pool's called? Rand Pool? I give you the option to flex it. Shout out to my plant in the back. Hell yeah. What are the best methods to secure recovery phrases? That's a good question. I would probably say adding an extra word, but remembering what the word is, you know? It's a pretty good one. But that's a little complicated, and it could leave you, if you're not someone who's very meticulous about things, that could screw you. I think hardware wallets are the best way, man. Alonzo, I'm suspecting April, maybe the month after. Fernando, that sounds like a price question. I don't do price questions. How do I get Bloomcoin? So to get the Bloomcoin right now, what you do is you actually join the Discord server down below. You like this video. And then after you join the Discord server, you go to Bloom-tokens and you react with some confetti. And then you can hop in. Verdict says, yo, pay. What's up? What's up, Crypto Jerome? AGI pumping today. You know why? No idea. No idea, man. I want some AGI. I need to get some of that. Billy said, my boy Big Pay. What's up, man? No actual lion's mane are killed in the consumption of lion's mane. Yeah, they just move into my brain slowly and slowly. The mycelium. The hyphae take over. They take over my brain, make me spread their gospel. Great AMA Pay, learning a lot. Does Bloom tokens affect the amount of ADA you get from staking? No, they do not. They do not. Pay, you getting a Bloomberg terminal? Says they're $24,000 a year. Hell no. Hell no. I'm just going to use your terminal, Rand. I heard a noise out there. Could this be the lion's mane? I can't tell you guys how excited. I mean, I'm literally so excited about this lion's mane that I've been going for an hour and a half waiting for it to get here to show you the lion's mane. Don't forget to change your oil. He's right. He's right. It says you don't have permission to write in channel. You don't need to write in the channel. You just react to it. I specifically didn't give you guys permission to do that so people could actually see, the giveaways. What do you think of the massive purchases of physical gold by China? Probably trying to get rid of that USD, man. What's up, Ed? MC? What's up, man? Did you get one that you have to take care for it to pop out? Or the lion's mane you got is already ready? So what I got is actually a fruiting body. There's this lion's mane guy that I really like. And essentially what you do is you cut it open and it pops out. And then I'm going to take some spores. Not some spores. I keep saying that. I'm going to take some clones of it, from the fruiting bodies and do a couple of my own. Doctors in Africa switching from ERC20 to Cardano. Where'd you get that info, man? What are the points of Basho? How will Cardano blockchain scale technically? I got to be honest with you, man. That's something I need to learn more about. I need to actually read that paper. I've been chucking away through them, but it's with sharding. But I don't have a good enough understanding to. Did you hear that? I heard barking. That could be the lion's mane. I don't know enough about sharding to explain it, and I'm not willing to explain what I don't know. So I will answer that question for you, man. I will. Dude. I hear barking. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. All right. I'll go check. And if it's not here, I'm going to end the stream when I get back. But thank you guys. I'll be right back. Bloomies! I need to call my GF now. No package. Dude, this is how much I hate Ohio. I walk out there and guess what's happening? It's literally hailing. It's hailing outside. I'm moving to Florida. All right, let's get a vote in chat. Should we wait for the lion's mane? Should we give it another 10 minutes, or should we give me down votes for no, up votes for wait on the lion's mane? 10 more. Because I'll show you. I guess I can't show you that. It has my address. It's not like you'd have trouble finding it, I'm sure. Yeah, it says 3:15 to 6:15, man. Lonely said, can I still delegate if I move to a hardware wallet? Hell yes you can, man. Hell yes you can. Come to Orlando. I'm moving by the beach, brother. Lions Man, give me a trip and multiple dreams every night. It has neurological benefits. I love it. Shout out everyone from Sugar Cardano. Hell yeah, man. I love Lion's Mane too. I usually have it sitting right next to me. I don't have it sitting right next to me. But yeah, I do love Lion's Mane, man. I hear another big truck. Could be the one. Yeah, I don't mean likes. I mean thumbs ups in chat. Sorry. Can I get Bloom tokens for my birthday? I turned 50 on St. Patty's Day. Just send me your birth certificate, and I'll send you some. Raincorp says, better be in Florida for 420. What the hell's going on 420? Anthony said, I'm in Melbourne if y'all want to come to the beach. Hell yeah, man. I wasn't asking for dislikes. I meant thumbs down. I went thumbs down. Yeah, it's literally hailing. I hear it. John said, are you still going to take Orveda capsules or switch to something new? I'm going to take Orveda capsules, and I'm also going to eat this lion's mane. It's also hailing in Northern California at the moment. Anthony says, we may have to host the first in-person Bloom block party in Melbourne. Hell yeah, man. Is that or Miami? I like Miami. All right. Yeah, we'll go till this is it's getting to be the longest AMA ever. Still 200 people here though. I'm having fun. Sassy Boy said, you're more excited about the mushrooms than Xmas. Yeah, no one gets me good Christmas presents anymore. This is the best thing. If they knew me, they would just get me this. Raincorp says, when is Bloom token on Coinbase? It's a good question, man. Are rewards a taxable event? That's another good question. I would say yes. I've heard others say no, but I would say yes. Just pay your damn taxes. What do we expect on Goggen's release? Do we need to update Daedalus? Yes, but it should auto-update itself like when you start it. By the way, last time you showed it the testnet wallet, but nothing else happened. Okay, so yeah, Carlos, I'm really sorry about that. So I was going to send you guys all testnet tokens, but I honestly failed to realize how many of you there were. I probably got, I want to say, 400 addresses, and I was going to do it, but I bitched out. I did. I just was not going to type in my spending password because you have to wait for the wallet to update. So you send it, you wait 30 seconds, and then you send it, and then you wait 30 seconds. I couldn't do it, man. So I did the real Bloom tokens for you. And now we do giveaways with 5 people. Oh, I should announce the last winner's giveaway. You know, we're doing giveaways now. I'm going to announce the last guys. We do them every Monday. Okay. The Discord's been popping off lately. Thank you guys so much, man. It's nice that we're building a bit of a community there. So we have 106 people have entered this. So if you guys are watching, all you do is you join the Discord server, you go to Bloom Tokens, and you click this little react button right here. And it's with the confetti. The Bloom token doesn't work. I'm sorry about that. So the last winners were Tiva, Bene, Maximum Mint, Swarky, Dr. Brandino. So hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Someone put a little steak there, a little cut of meat. But I think I've sent these three out, and to Tiva, I'm still missing, I think, either Bene or Swarky. Bene, I think, deleted their Discord account. So I guess he doesn't win. Well, maybe, I could just give that out to somebody else. He's not going to get it. So someone said, come back when you get the package. I can't, man. That's bad for the YouTube algorithm. It's bad for the YouTube algorithm. I can only make Cardano videos or you guys don't show up. Which brand of lion's mane do you buy? I buy the Orveda lion's mane. Hi, Pay, are you a fan of Stemets? Yes. I love Stemets, man. I don't like his lion's mane, but I like him. All right, Candido, send me an address in chat. I'll send you his Bloom tokens. You're the winner. You sometimes Candido or Cantitio. I like that name, man. Sometimes you just gotta ask for it. You gotta ask for what you want in this world, man. Your hair is like a lion's mane. NFT your hair follicles. Thanks, brother. A little poof. A little poof. Fred said, so you work for some guy that owns Bloom? No, I am the guy that owns Bloom. Asif said, hi, where do I get Bloom tokens? So you actually get Bloom tokens from delegating to Bloom. You delegate to Bloom today. In a few weeks, I would like to say a few weeks, it may be a month, you'll be able to actually go to our website and claim your Bloom tokens for how many epochs we've been staked to Bloom. Currently, the only other way you can get them is by watching these AMAs and coming every week and participating in the giveaways. Chris said, don't you think shitcoins, ... sorry, ... like space coins or Blooms or others are damaging the network? Well, Bloom token just came out, man. And, I see where you're coming from for Space Coin. It just came out and they're setting them. But no, I actually plan to add value to the network with these tokens. I plan to have utility to them. I plan to give you guys a way to interact with the blockchain, right? So no, it's not going to be just a shit coin. But no, you don't hurt my feelings, man. I get where you're coming from it. But keep in mind, Chris, that there are probably hundreds. I think there's a way that we can actually look at this. We still got about 4 minutes until we give up. Is it token? Okay, it's token tool. All right, so we're looking at tokentool.io right now. There are okay. There are 1,700 tokens on top of the Cardano blockchain right now. 1,700. So, will Bloomcoin hurt the network? No, it won't, man. No, we're actually trying to provide a lot of utility to the network. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to be adding a faucet on our website where you guys can actually come on the website, claim the token. So what does that do for the network? Well, first, it adds traffic. It has users actually doing real transactions, and has users learning and actually interacting with the blockchain. And those transaction fees from people using Bloom's faucet are actually taken. Some are paid to the treasury to fund Catalyst projects, and others, guess what those are taken for? To pay you more staking rewards, right? So no, I don't think they have any bad impact on the network. And I really do hope in the future that there's a lot of use and utility with the tokens that have a lot of value for the network. But good question, man. Good question. Canadito, send it to me on Discord, unless it's an empty wallet. If it's an empty wallet, you can send it in here, but I don't want you to show people's funds. Just message me on Discord and say it's Cantadito. No, 1,700 different tokens, like different. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's like Jeff saying. Jeff says space coins are purely for educational purposes to help people familiarize themselves with tokens to the network. It's a fun way to interact with native assets. I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, it's like, you're not trying to make a milli off of it, You're just, you're trying to show people how to interact with the blockchain and show people that there are native assets and, show people what it's going to be like when there are other tokens that they do store, that they do have to use for certain purposes. So awesome, man. Awesome. I'll send that to you after we're done here. So we got about another minute, another minute and a half. I am really sad about this. It's not our time. Candidito said, now besides staking on Bloom, I get some Bloomies too. All right, chat. Type Bloomies in the chat if that's what we should call them. There might not be enough people here to vote for this, but I'm just curious on your guys' opinion. I feel like ADA is dropping due to the lack of birdies that were promised. Hey, man, stop caring about the price so much. Life's good. Price goes down, you buy more. Always under promise, over deliver. That's fair. I agree with that. Seems like you guys are liking Bloomies. We got 6 Bloomies so far. Bloomix. It's like Latinx. Bloomix. Boobies. It's not a bad one. Not a bad name scheme. I mean, this is honestly just... This is just sad. How could USPS do this to me? We may get sailed by Bloomingdale's for Ewing Bloomies. I'll fight him in a lawsuit. I'll fight him. It'll be my first time ever getting sued. I'll fight for it. I'll fight for chat. Bloomies held by Bloomers. Win Bloomies. How does it work? I delegated last epoch. Am I too late to get some Bloomies? Atlantic. You actually earn Bloomies for delegating to Bloom. What will happen in about a month's time? You'll be able to come to our website, type in your address, and claim your Bloomies from the website. And you earn them per epoch relative to the amount that you're staking. And there is only 1 million Bloom tokens in total. So I mean that's less Bitcoins. That's less Bitcoins than there are. So be the 1%. All right, we're running out of time. Thank you guys so much for coming to this live stream. I had a lot of fun. It was really fun, man. I liked that, we were just kind of shooting the shit at the end, waiting for the Lions main. Massive potential. Wait, I can't say that. Massive potential about kind bars, not about the Bloom token. If one is a traveling journalist, can that activity be tokenized? It's pretty crazy. Thank you, Captain Bloomer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your week. I'll be uploading more videos this week. I took a little break, but I'm done taking a break. We're in grind mode, boys. Videos. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from now on. And then clips on the clip channel. Yeah. Will it stay on YouTube? It will stay on YouTube. It will. Great AMA. See y'all next week. Love y'all. Later, dudes. Later. I hear a truck.